Good morning. You're Whitley Shepherd.
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Shepherd was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to the second-degree felony of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I've received the pre-sentence report. Have you both had an opportunity to review that report?
We have, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are there any additions or corrections?
Not from defense.
Not from state, Your Honor.
Ms. Shepherd, when I'm reading through what happened that day, it is one of the most frustrating things. You are out there as a parent at a park where we've been having all these issues with the kids acting stupid with guns and shooting. And there you are with your kids and other kids out there displaying a handgun. I have had some second thoughts about even going along with this plea agreement because that type of behavior, especially as a parent in front of all of those kids, is unacceptable. That's what's wrong with what's going on in our community right now. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, ma'am.
So if I do go along with this, I want you to understand how important it is that you follow every rule under this probation, because if you violate any, things could be very bad. And I'll talk about that in a minute. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Any reason not to go along that you can tell, Mr. Rojas?
No, Your Honor.
Mr.
No,
Ro-
no,
I mean,
Your Honor.
Mr.
Nichols.
Nichols. Sorry, I'm reading these other names and hearing sounds, so. You've got two sons, 17 and 16, right?
I'm sorry, I see yesterday.
Turned 18 yesterday.
Mhm.
And then is the youngest one's a girl?
Mhm.
They all live with you?
Yes, ma'am.
There any other guns in your house at this time?
No, no.
Your kids in school?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do they go to school?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Shepherd, I'm going to find that you previously entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. I'm going to follow this agreement. I'm going to defer all proceedings, place you on probation for 5 years. You're ordered to pay the $1,000 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. That includes that you cannot go to Magnolia Park at 2930 Gulf Street. Can't be anywhere near it. Do you understand? Also, you can obviously not have any contact whatsoever with Myrtle Reggie, Jeremiah Lee, and Soraya Reggie. Do you understand? That's in person, but that's also sending messages or electronic communications or anything like that. You understand? You cannot have a firearm anywhere in your house, in your car, at your work. You are not allowed to be in possession of a firearm, and you can't have one in your home, even if it technically belongs to someone else. You understand that as well. If you do everything you're supposed to on this probation, this is an amazing opportunity because you don't have a felony conviction. And at the end of the probation, you can, if you're successful, the case is dismissed and you never will have a felony conviction. But the other side of that is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back in here, found guilty of the offense. And I have that entire range of punishment to look at, which is up to 20 years in prison. It's not just the 5 years that you're being placed on probation for. It's the whole range between 2 and 20. Do you understand? All right, I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you waived your right to appeal. You need to have a seat here in the courtroom. Probation's going to call you up to her desk when she's ready to go over your paperwork. All right, good luck to you, ma'am. Good morning. Are you William Bonilla? Good morning. This is, good morning, Mr. Rojas. Clause numbers 25 DCCR 0719 and 25 DCCR 0174. And what is the announcement?
Yes, I think our plan is to enter pleas to the motion, come back to the punishment hearing, and then after that, we'll see what happens with the felon defendant case.
Oh, okay. One of them's, are
One of
they?
the motion, it's a motion to revoke on a misdemeanor. EWI.
So, and so what are you guys gonna do with the new case?
The motion's based on the new case, Judge, so depending on what you do with the motion, I think eventually we're gonna plead it, but I want to see what happens punishment wise on the motion before we do that.
Mr. Bonilla, raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
And thank you. Will your client waive the formal reading of the motion?
He will, Your Honor.
Mr. Bonilla, in cause number 25 BCCR 0174, I have a motion to revoke your community supervision. Shows that you were placed on probation April 14th of 2025 for the Class B misdemeanor of driving while intoxicated. That was a 180-day jail term that was probated for 15 months. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
It alleges that you violated your probation. Count one alleges that you committed the new offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle, May 10th of 2025. And is that true or not true?
Your Honor, before he answers, may I move to orally amend that count to read that the defendant committed the offense as opposed to was arrested for the offense, so that it lines up or matches the
Yeah, that's,
MPRP or the
thank you.
conditions.
No objection.
Okay. All right, so count one now alleges that you committed the offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle, May 10th of 2025. Is that true or not true?
Not true.
Okay, so this is where things get a little tricky. He's owning up to not reporting the arrest, but he's still saying the evading allegation isn't true. And honestly, sounds like everyone in the courtroom knows that video is going to tell the real story.
So we're gonna have to come have a hearing with,
It's just a matter of you watching the video, the judge is on. But yes,
I mean, you'll have to have an officer come to
Yes.
prove it up. Have y'all watched the video?
I have.
Okay,
We have, yes, yes. ma'am.
okay. Count two alleges that you failed to immediately report to the probation officer that arrest from May 10th of 2025. And is that true or not true?
It's true.
Did you enter your plea of true to count two freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And because count two is actually true. All right, then I'm going to find that you entered your plea of true to count two freely and voluntarily, find that count true, find sufficient evidence to not find you guilty, to revoke your probation. I'm going to reset your case for sentencing. And it sounds like we just need, unless there's some agreement that if it's mainly just the video, if you guys agree that he can present the video without having an officer having to come lay that foundation, great. Otherwise, I would think still in 11 o'clock with just one witness would be plenty, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
Sure.
y'all discuss that, and then I'll get an updated pre-sentence report, and we'll see you back at sentencing.
You can almost feel the judge leaving the door open here. Nothing's decided yet, but the next hearing could change everything. Now it's all about what that video shows and whether it backs up the defendant or the prosecution.